Hey Belinda, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you, Leah?
Yeah, going really, really well. Thanks so much for taking the time. I just wanted to check in and see how things are going in the world of Direct Connect, because obviously you're a really valued corporate partner for the Real Estate Institute. You've been involved in a lot of events, and you were part of our roadshow up until the time we were no longer allowed to go on the road. How's everything in your world? And tell everybody what your role is within Direct Connect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, firstly, thank you for having us here. We're pleased to be here and a long-term partner to the REI New South Wales. So,
Yeah.
as you say, we can't be out on the road in the roadshow, but this
No.
is a nice sort of plan B way to stay engaged with the network. So, firstly, can I start with congratulating you and the team on a stellar job? You've been guiding members and the industry through such a unforeseen change, and
Thank you.
I just think you've been doing an immense amount of work, and you definitely need a holiday at the end of all of this. So I just wanted
You are
to
so right.
look, it may not be a far holiday. It might be to the next
Oh,
suburb, but you'll take that, right?
Sure will. Can I tell you, I was meant to be going to the Grek Islands in June, and I was meant to be going to Cambodia and Vietnam in July, and I was meant to be going to New Orleans in November. So I had a really exciting year of travel planned this year. So I'm out of pocket, seriously, and very disappointed. But there's an opportunity in all of it, right? There will be more travel in my future, I'm sure.
There will, and everything you have to wait for is that much sweeter. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
they'll all be there,
Yep,
2021 or
yep.
2022, whenever it is. So
Yeah, I know. Who knows when it's going to be, but it will happen.
yeah. Look, going back to your original
Yeah.
question, so my role at Direct Connect, so I started February 2019 and came in just to manage ACT, New South Wales and Queensland as a
Yep.
site manager. And originally it was a 4-day-a-week gig because
Wow.
I had a 1-year-old at the time.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but it was pretty apparent after about 6 weeks that it wasn't a 4-day-a-week gig. There's a lot to be
I
done.
bet. Yeah.
Super competitive industry. You know, the
It
utility
is.
connection space is just ultra competitive, and Direct Connect have been doing this for 16 years. But over probably the last 4 to 5 years, and there's just been increasing competition in that space. And so the brief was really to come in and utilize my background, my experience to put in place a best in class account management framework.
So, what is your background?
So I worked in global mobility prior to this, which for anyone who doesn't know
I
what
was
global
going to say
mobility
what
is,
that is. Yeah.
corporate relocation.
Right. Okay.
I moved to Glasgow in 2003 with a backpack, with a pair of football boots to go off and play football in Europe. By football, I mean soccer. And
Wow.
came home 4 years later, and as an expat expert. So basically, I worked for BP for a few years in Glasgow, moving their expats around the world, so understanding around relocating families
Yep.
and just the moving industry, so removals, visas,
It's a
immigration.
great job. I've got a girlfriend who used to do that in Hong Kong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Great job.
So when I finally came back to Australia after 3-4 years away with the same backpack, I then stayed in the relocation industry, managing remote teams in Manila, and managing global accounts as well, global and APAC accounts, so PwC and
Yep.
those sort of larger organisations that
Yeah.
move
Right.
people to places like Hong Kong. So
Yep.
sort of synergies with the moving industry to bring to
Yep.
Direct Connect, but mainly just that best in class account management, because there's a huge amount of ability with the account managers here at Direct Connect and massive loyalty to the brand. We have got some excellent people. So I guess the brief was to utilize my corporate skills and experience and see how that can fit into real estate to keep DC relevant with our partnerships and our go to market.
Yep.
So
Yeah, interesting. And so, how is business for you right now? What's going on?
oh, look, it's busy. It's
Really? Why?
because we are finally working on all of the things that you never get to.
How good is that? I love to
Working
hear that.
on
Yeah.
the business, not in the business.
Yeah.
And it's great stuff, using different parts of the brains. Just having account managers working on projects that we never get to, the kind
Yeah.
of stuff that you always park. It's incredibly important, but you just don't get to it because we just get inundated with the day to day. So look, whilst numbers are down,
Yep.
as a reflection of the moving industry going
Sure.
through a great deal of change, it's short term, and we've we've actually not had a huge shift in the way that we work. I mean, this is my second home. A Google Hangout or a Zoom meeting
Yeah.
is what I've been used to for so long now. So I've just been incredibly impressed with how our business has been ready for it and then
Yeah.
responded to it in a really positive sort of a fashion. How's it
Yeah.
going for you?
Well, so however, I think I'd done maybe one Google Hangout and a couple of really ordinary Zoom meetings with the team in Canberra prior to this. And so certainly for me, it's a whole new world. I never thought I'd be able to work from home. I thought I'd be too distracted. But I actually I'm enjoying it. I bizarrely, I haven't had a lot of time to work on the business yet, but I have made the decision today that I'm going to start putting a block of time into my diary every day that I can actually do something proactive instead of being so reactive like I am. So yeah, that was today's decision. So let's see how next week goes.
Good on you. Good on you.
Tell me, what is that silver record behind you?
Oh, it's a limited edition Radiohead OK Computer, which is one of the best CDs I think ever made. So Radiohead is a huge influence on me, and I'm a massive music fan. So
there you go.
Top 5 albums of all time, and Rolling Stone magazine will verify that.
Oh, very nice. I hear that the Rolling Stones actually bought a new song out overnight. Did you hear that? Yeah, no, yeah. It's actually very, very classic Rolling Stones, and all about being in isolation. And they did it. They did it while they were in isolation. So that is really cool.
Well, that'll be on my playlist tonight at dinner time.
Yeah, check it out.
Spotify must just be loving like the unintended consequence of COVID, just people re-engaging with music, like new and old, and sharing. And I just love how music is a huge motivator for me. It gets me set for a big day, and
yeah, nice.
I've had a stressful day, I'll put on things that I know will bring me down, and I think this is a great time that people are, instead of passing the remote around, the TV remote, they're all sort of, judging who can play the next song on Spotify. So that's
so tell me, what is your go-to song or playlist when you want to get motivated?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's a US producer called Tycho. So it's a guitar-y electro kind of stuff. There's no lyrics. It's just, it works up and down, and electro music for me is just amazing. So anything like that, Röyksopp, Block Party, if I want to get really fired up before a run or a game of football or something, something with huge tempo and some drums and guitars.
Nice. And so you're still playing football?
Well, I was until a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's hard to be social distancing while you're doing that.
Look, not as much as I would like. I throw the boots on a Thursday night, and then I rally in when people need someone on a Monday or a Tuesday. Whenever I'm around, I try and get an extra game in, but not so easy with a 2-year-old at home and being on planes in a national role.
And so, being used to being so active, how are you finding being at home? Are you still committed to a workout program?
Oh, look, it was going well. I've got to say, it's dropped off in week 5. This week's actually been probably the most challenging of all of them, I think, because of, if you can call it the novelty of the first bit of no planes and no traffic and no daycare drop-offs. But now it's really hard because we know that we're only about halfway. So you kind of have to get mentally tough as to what the next bit looks like. So there's been good and bad. I think with anything, we're human. I'd had started to get into the habit of doing a lunchtime sweat. So, the old routine is out the window. You got to get your window. So when my 2-year-old is definitely asleep in the middle of the day, and I know that he, won't see me sneak out of this room, that I can go outside and put the runners on. So even if it's running up and down the driveway or, around the block, up and down the stairs, kicking a ball, been a kid again with my son Levi, playing games in the yard, but and even doing sweats on Google Hangouts with some of the team. 15 minutes of a HIIT class or a NetFit. Netball Australia are doing a class called NetFit, and they're doing those twice a day, but you can do them at any time in your leisure. So on good days, getting a bit of that in. On bad days,
not so much.
Walking out of this room, having a bottle of wine and some chocolate at night, going, oh, well, tomorrow will be better.
I know. Certainly, I've been getting exercise every day, and I'm trying to do yoga because I'm missing my massages a lot. But yeah, once I sit on this chair of a morning, I don't get up very often. So yeah, anyway, it's been beautiful to connect with you and learn a little bit about what's going on in your world, your COVID world. So thank you so much for taking the time, and we will look forward to seeing you at an actual event. Hopefully the Women in Real Estate Conference. Hopefully we'll be able to have that later in the year.
Fingers crossed that all goes ahead. In the meantime, just look, I know everybody's saying it, keep safe and keep well, but make sure that you guys do, and thanks again for everything that you continue to do from the REO in New South Wales.
Oh, thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks, Leanne. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.